stuff. I've even had a couple of children come up to me and ask me the question. Like, this is not just from adults. And obviously I'm wondering, like, the most ridiculous was from a 5-year-old. Where exactly did a 5-year-old understand the discussion about reproduction for her to have the guts to come and ask me this question? Apparently, the parent had sent them. Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chinyere. If this is your first time watching any of my videos, you are welcome. Please do consider subscribing to this channel by hitting that play button down below. Like this video also by leaving a thumbs up, and please do leave your comments or your thoughts in the comment section, as I would love to hear your thoughts about this kind of conversations. So today, guys, I'm going to be talking about something very sensitive. I do realize that for some women, they are very hesitant to talk about stories like this. For some other people, they are shy, while for some others, they are ashamed to share their struggles out there because of societal pressure. I mean, you put yourself out there and you don't know exactly what, I mean, you do know what society is going to throw back at you, and that just causes you to feel shame. Now guys, please do not come in my comment section and throw a pity party down there. That's not the purpose of this video. I don't want that. I just think that this is a very important topic to talk about, even though I know that you guys are not going to prefer any form of solution, but I believe that this is going to create some form of awareness. I mean, it's Mental Health Awareness Week, so this is me just sharing my own 2 cents out there. I'm of the saying that when you write your own story, you get to write the ending. So own your story, own it for yourself, unless other people want to write your story for you. I've come to realize that for some people, they do not actually understand the fact that when they ask questions like this, they get to cause an actual pandemic. It is an actual pandemic. Please desist from questioning people like this. And the topic today is, when are you going to get pregnant? Or for some other people, they just come direct to the question, when are you going to have a baby? It might be out of love with the way some people think about it, or just the thought of, oh, I know this person well enough to ask her this question. So let me share this scenario. I was having a few days ago, I posted a picture of myself. This is an actual story. So I posted just a headshot, you know. I finished taking a shower. I was feeling myself sitting down in my house, and I was like, taking headshots. I did not add my uterus on my forehead. Take note. Now, I posted it on my WhatsApp status, and a friend of mine starts to admire this picture. So the conversation starts, and she's just, oh, Chichi, you're looking so good, you're looking fresh. And I was like, oh, how are you doing? You know, what's the pandemic like where you are? Because she's in another country. I hope you're staying safe. The conversation starts to come to a conclusion. At some point, I send out a rose emoji. Take note that my friend is in another country, and I cannot send her an actual rose to tell her how much I miss her. So I decide to, you know, type an emoji rose and send to my friend. And the next thing that pops up as a question is, Chichi, does that mean there's a bun in the oven? So I go silent. I decide to just, you know, ignore, just go silent. And I archived the conversation because I was like, maybe she'll get it that she should not cross this line ever again, you know. I don't want to insult you, but don't cross this line. So a couple of days later, I decide to munch a part of that chat, and I posted it on my Instagram story because I just wanted to see if maybe it was just me that did not understand that roses symbolized pregnancy. I mean, it triggered a lot of reactions. A lot of people were shocked to see the way the conversation went or ended. Along with that post, I wrote something, or along with that chat picture, I wrote something. I was like, I started to get conscious of posting pictures of myself because I realized that every time I posted a picture, someone was coming my DM or send me a question of, Chichi, are you pregnant? Chichi, this one you're shining today. It looks like there's a glow coming from within. Or if you're not smiling, it says, Chichi, this one you're not smiling. Is that morning sickness? Has it started? And I'm wondering, did I include my uterus in this picture? Why exactly does this human being feel like it is his right to invade my privacy and ask me? I mean, I don't ask people this kind of questions, so it takes me off when people get to ask me this kind of questions, which I believe is normal. A couple of days later, which was yesterday, Chris and I took a walk out. We haven't been out of our home for a while now, thanks to the lot. Well, I mean, we haven't exactly been had any reason to. So yesterday we just decided to take a walk in the park because it's been really sunny, really beautiful outside. And in the compound that we live in, we have a lot of roses, like red, pink, white, you know, just name the color. It's so beautiful. I was actually stunned when I walked out yesterday and all of these roses were just, you know, blossoming and looking very beautiful. So I decided to just take some videos, some pictures, and I posted a couple of them on my Instagram story so people got to admire them and just, you know. And today I decided to post the same, or at least one of those pictures. It was like more like a very close shot of a pink rose, very pretty, you know, very cute. And I posted the rose again on my WhatsApp story. I wasn't even expecting anybody to ask any question. So this particular friend of mine again comes up and she's like, Chichi, so you've been posting roses lately. Does it mean anything? Remember I told you guys the last time I did not say anything. So I was in the kitchen this time around when she sent this question, and I responded with, your point being, I guess she started to feel that there was some tension in the air, so she just went silent for a while, and then a response came some like 15-30 minutes later, and she was like, Chichi, honestly, I posted some roses a while ago on my page, just like emoji roses, because roses are expensive in Nigeria. So I posted some emoji roses on my phone, and some group of ladies responded and were asking like, am I pregnant? So I was like, I had to send the woman with the bump emoji and ask like, so if Rose looks like pregnancy, then what does this woman with bump look like? Because I'm now confused. So I tried to school my friend for a little bit, and I was like, please just stop it. If I have anything to share with you, my goodness, you will hear about it tomorrow morning. I'm not going to waste time to tell you about it, you know. So she was kind of apologizing, but of course it was already a little bit too late. This has happened like a number of times, and anyways, I just went silent again, but at least this time around I had schooled her a little bit. So when I finished with my kitchen, I came upstairs and I was like, let me even ask Uncle Google. Maybe Google might agree that roses might symbolize fertility or pregnancy. So I type into Google, Google, please, do roses mean pregnancy? And Google responds, the flower that symbolizes fertility are the orchids. So at that point, I kind of feel consoled, because at least I'm not the only one who is in confusion as to if roses actually do symbolize fertility or pregnancy. So I just got to understand the fact that maybe some people just feel that it is okay to just directly come out and ask women who they feel have been in relationships for a long time, or couples who have just not had kids, why exactly they don't see any bonds in their ovums yet. The last video that I posted here on my YouTube, I kind of stretched it by asking my husband a question that I know that a lot of other couples will respond in a certain way, talking about kids. So I wasn't even too sure of how that question was going to go, but I only realized that I added that question when I asked him that question, and I knew that most of the videos that I had watched with that question, which is, what do you think is the greatest achievement that you think we've had as a team together, as a couple in this marriage? I know that most of the couple tags I had watched, the responses were majorly children, you know, like, I mean, that's what most families will say, that's what most parents will say. So I wasn't even expecting the kind of answer. Honestly, I was scared to the kind of response that my husband was going to give me, because I thought he was going to say, I don't think we have achieved the greatest thing yet for ourselves as a family or as a team yet, considering. But I was quite impressed when he said the greatest thing that he thinks we've achieved as a team is that we are able to understand ourselves, we have a good foundation, and we're able to work on our marriage. We're better where we are, you know, just the both of us. So guys, it's just been going on in my head, and I needed to make this video. A couple of years ago when I was in Nigeria, I worked in 2 hospitals in Abuja at the same time, and one major procedure that I carried out at the time was the HSG, which is the hysterosalpingography. Now that's an examination where we get to demonstrate the female reproductive system to see if there's any abnormalities going on there, you know, for several reasons. And I had a couple of patients to myself. I mean, I did a lot of them over the years that I was there. But one particular lady that I remember, I mean amongst the lot that I had done, was this particular day I had finished doing what I was doing, and then we're about to walk out of the room, and this lady just pulls my hand and she held me, and she was like, thank you so much for taking care of me. And she was like, I never wish this kind of thing on my enemy. Like, I never wish that my enemy even gets to do this procedure ever, because it's so invasive, you know, like we literally open up your legs and we start to throw in tools in there. And my goodness, I remember that day so clearly. I don't remember her face, but I remember what she said, you know. And things like this just get to make me feel that people don't exactly understand the fact that, I mean, I've had some mothers send even their 5-year-old daughters to me to ask me, Auntie Chichi, when are you going to have a baby? And I'm wondering, like, the woman was not bold enough to ask me that question that she had to ask her child, because I know this child doesn't understand what exactly this question. I mean, like, have you finished playing with all your siblings in the house, in your own house, they're asking me about baby, you know? So I guess that this is just one of those videos that I felt like throwing out there, just to say that if and whenever you think next time that you want to ask someone that question, please think very deeply, because whenever you do that, you just get to open a can of worms. You get to open a wound that the person has been masking, be it with makeup, be it with life activities called distractions, to just get their minds off the things that they think are struggles for them. I mean, I'm not even talking about a group of people who don't want to have children at all. I'm talking about a group of people who actually want to have children, but it just hasn't happened for them. Everybody has their own life struggles, but some other people just want to make your own struggle look like it is worse than theirs, because it kind of gives them consolation to feel that, okay, this person, at least I'm not going through what they're going through. They have their own problems. Mine are better than theirs. There's something my mom used to tell me when I was much younger. She used to tell me about the story about how in my culture, women were not exactly allowed to speak. Women were not exactly allowed to have a voice in the home when you get married until you've had a male child. I mean, it didn't even matter if you had 5 female children. You weren't allowed to speak as a wife until you actually had a male child. For lots of women in my culture, having a child is almost like a competition. I've come across some ladies that have said, oh, my sister-in-law has 3 boys. I also have to meet up to having 3 boys, because that's the only way that lady is not going to make me feel like I am less of a human than she is. I guess I'm not exactly sure about what exactly I want to say at this point. Please be very considerate when you decide to ask these kind of questions, especially if the person hasn't exactly come out to you to tell them to tell you what exactly is causing their own delay, because you never know what the situation might be. They might just be planning a divorce for all you know. They might just be saying, you know what, by the end of this year, we are no longer doing this marriage. Please let us just go to our father and our mother's houses. We're tired. Let's not even have children anymore. So I hope you have learned a thing or two from this video. And I hope that everybody that gets to watch this actually gets to learn something important today. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see you next time, take care of yourselves. My name remains Chinyere. Goodbye.